the assassin predator versus the super predator trio, who will be crowned the superior Yautja type. In the red corner we have the assassin predator, also known as the upgrade predator, the unhonourable project of a research caste of Yautja. He is a genetically modified predator and arch-nemesis of the Fugitive. His goal was to assassinate Fugitive and prevent him from delivering the predator killer to humanity so they could fend off an impending Yautja invasion of Earth. The upgrade predator was eventually killed by Quinn McKenna, who used the predator's wrist gauntlet to fire an explosive at the creature's leg, causing him to blow up before finishing him off with multiple shots to the head. The assassin predator was an imposing Yautja of gargantuan size, a product of extreme hybridisation. His DNA was an amalgamation of various creatures spliced together to enhance his size, strength, and abilities. Standing at 11 feet, he was vastly taller, faster, stronger, and infinitely more durable than a normal predator, and he could manipulate his body to grant him unnatural abilities. Unlike regular Yautja, he possessed bulletproof exoskeletal skin that could deflect gunfire at close range and even shatter the fugitive predator's wrist blades when making forceful contact with his skin, thus terminating the need for extensive use of body armour. He also did not require a biomask, suggesting a form of implant. The assassin predator possessed the same sort of weapons and equipment as a regular predator, with exception of the biomask and plasma caster. Instead of these, he has vision mode implants and a wrist cannon. He has a large wrist blade installed within his gauntlet which could also be fired like a harpoon. He also has a cloaking device and a pair of trained predator dogs. Strengths. Assassin has the ability to harden his own skin for superior protection, negating the use for traditional body armour. He is larger, quicker, and stronger than any other predator seen in the movies. Weaknesses. He is outnumbered here 3-1, and seems to forget his own abilities, or at least when it's time for the movie to end and the plot calls for him to get killed by the heroes. And in the blue corner we have the super predators, consisting of berserker, falconer and tracker. This hunting pack would abduct the deadliest members of different species and dump them all on the game-preserved planet to test their own skills. Their hunt of Royce and his group ended up being their last, as Tracker was first blown up by Nikolai wielding a pair of claymores, Falconer was killed alongside Hanzo in their duel, and lastly, their leader Berserker was beheaded by Royce in their final battle. Super predators are a subspecies of the Yautja race and are typically larger, stronger, and more aggressive than their smaller cousins. They were said to be in a blood feud with the smaller jungle hunter type Yautja. The feud between Predator and Super Predator began with Nightstorm, a Super Predator elder who disapproved of the Honor Code, believing it allowed prey far too much leeway. Thus he departed from his lesser cousins to form his own faction, desiring to unite all Super Predators under his own leadership. The Super Predators are slightly larger than classic Predators in terms of muscularity, but still stand at a similar height. They have a more reptilian appearance with scaly skin in addition to different colour pigmentations. Another feature is their dreadlocks, which are far more swept back than those found on normal Yautja. They also possess a longer face and bigger mandibles. It is said that they are constantly trying to improve themselves to become better killers, and that is why they use the most dangerous of prey in order to improve their technology and tactics. They use similar technology as the classics, such as cloaking devices, wrist blades, plasma casters, and additional tools such as snare traps, a falcon drone, and hellhounds for flushing out their prey. Strengths. The Super Predators have numbers on their side, outnumbering the Assassin. Between them, they have more weaponry and more equipment, with Falconer's drone giving them a detection advantage, and Tracker's hounds outnumbering Assassin's dogs. Weaknesses. Individually, the Super Predators are not as strong or fast as Assassin, and they only have light armour. Assassin is searching for prey. He sends out his hounds who pick up a scent and begin to lead him to it. Something flies overhead. He doesn't get a good look at it, but catches the direction it was moving in, the same way as the dogs are taking him. After following the trail for a while, he steps on something and it snaps onto his ankle. It is a snare. although Assassin is barely even fazed by it and rips off himself. The two dogs begin to bark and roar. They have found where the scent was coming from and charge towards it up the trail. Just further ahead, the Berserker uncloaks as the two dogs have almost reached him. A lone super predator is barely worth his time. His two dogs will tear him to pieces in a matter of seconds. But just then, a sound is heard. Out from the sides, a whole pack of hellhounds bursts out of the vegetation and charge at Assassin's two dogs. A fight breaks out between them. On the flanks surrounding Assassin, two more super predators uncloak themselves, totaling 3. Assassin hardens his exoskeleton in preparation for battle. He shoots his harpoon towards Falconer and lifts him up into a tree. On the other side, Tracker opens fire with his plasma caster and hits him, knocking him down. Assassin gets back up to see Berserker aiming at him. He deactivates his exoskeleton and cloaks, then retreats into the trees. Berserker opens fire but loses sight of the Assassin. Due to the hound's superior numbers, they've finished off both Assassin's dogs and return to Tracker, who sends them out to find Assassin. They locate him up a tree and alert their masters to him. Assassin fires at the hounds, killing them all, and then comes out the tree to face the 3 super predators again. Berserker fires his wrist blades at Assassin and it hits him in the face. Then Falconer and Tracker jump on him and stab him. He throws them both off, then fires at Berserker, hitting a rock next to him and sending him flying. Tracker and Falconer come at him again, but he throws them both away. Falconer orders his falcon to swoop down, which Assassin catches mid-air and destroys, then throws it at him, knocking him over. Berserker comes back and charges at Assassin, knocking him over. When he's down, Tracker stabs him with his wrist blade. Assassin grabs hold of him and throws him to the side and gets back to his feet. Falconer comes around the side again and slashes at the Assassin, severing one of his arms. Tracker and Berserker then both simultaneously fire fully charged plasma shots, blowing up the Assassin, dropping him to the ground. Berserker approaches the downed Assassin and grabs hold of him and cuts his head off. The victory goes to the super predators. So it looks like the super predators held the advantage due to their superior numbers. What made me think they would win over the Assassin was that, even though Assassin is almost invincible with his armour, in the movie he just stopped using it for some reason, as if he forgot he had that ability, and also how he was beaten in the film by a few humans, so I thought that against 3 super predators they would win. Also, I thought it'd be a bit more fun and interesting for the super predators to win, as I thought most people would probably be expecting the Assassin to win. Shout out to this viewer for the idea, and if you have any requests for a versus battle, make sure to comment below, and if I can think of a cool story for it to play out, and if I think it will get views, then I might make it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up rating for the time and effort I put in, as these scripted and editing intensive videos work out at around an hour of work for every minute the video is long, so an 8-minute video like this will take around 8 hours to make, so I really do appreciate it when people do click the like button on them and watch them all the way through to the end. Then, if you want to go that extra mile to help support the channel, you can leave a super thanks or become a channel member. If you want to watch another versus battle, I'll have some more here for you now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.